Hi, I'm Michael, one of the guys over at electroniccigarettesolutions.com, and today I want to talk to you about what an electronic cigarette is, or what an e-cig is, because that's probably what you're wondering now. And I just want to cover that so you have a better understanding of what an e-cig or an electronic cigarette is. So what are e-cigs? Well, I just told you they're electronic cigarettes, and they look, taste, and feel very similar to a regular cigarette, and you can get them with or without nicotine or in different strengths of nicotine, unlike a normal cigarette that just has a regular, pretty much base strength for lights and full flavor and things like that. And this is basically how an e-cig works, or the electronic cigarette works. If you look on the screen with me here, here's the e-cig unit. Okay, this is the basic look of the electronic cigarette. And here are the parts. You have the battery, which is this white part here. And then down here, this is the atomizer. And that whole unit is an atomizer. It fits together. And in this side of it, you have an electrical connection that connects to the microprocessor. And from the microprocessor, there's a heating element that heats the heating coil. And that connects into this part, which is liquid nicotine mixed with propylene glycol. And when you take a draw off of the end of the cigarette like you normally would with a regular cigarette, you end up getting and blowing out what is called just basically water vapor, okay? Now with a normal cigarette, because you light the end, you light the front end, you end up blowing out smoke on this end. Well, with these, you actually are blowing out water vapor. And you can get them in different flavors and things like that. So you can actually blow, like as you're tasting it, you don't have to taste just tobacco. You can taste other things that are in there. So if it's cherry flavored, strawberry, whatever it is, you can taste that in there. So that's basically how that works. And here's a picture of one. This is what an e-cig or electronic cigarette looks like. And here's just a picture of a girl smoking one, so you can kind of get an idea of what they look like in somebody's mouth. So they look pretty similar to a regular cigarette. You can tell if you're looking close that they're not a real cigarette. Okay, but that's basically what they look like there. Now let me go over the benefits of smoking or vaping on, as you would call it, an e-cig or an electronic cigarette. And here are some of the benefits. Number one, you can select if you want no nicotine. So if you don't want any nicotine in it, you can select that. Or if you want a higher strength of nicotine, and you can go up to as high as 100 milligrams. Now most of the companies won't sell you the 100 milligram liquid, but you can buy that on your own if you'd like. Now most of the companies will go up to about 24 milligrams on their nicotine cartridges they give you, and again, you could get that with no nicotine if you chose that. Okay, you can the cartridges can be flavored. Okay, as you can see on the screen with me, you can get those in flavors, and because you can get them in flavors, you don't have to just have tobacco. It could be, some companies have 30, 40, 50 different flavors of cigarettes. So very, very cool way to get your nicotine is to be able to taste different flavors with it. Now with e-cigs, you don't have the social stigma that you normally do in most cases with a regular cigarette. A lot of people don't like smokers. They don't like, the secondhand smoke and things like that. So with the e-cig, you don't have that stigma because it's an electronic cigarette. It's a lot different. So you don't have to get labeled with that stigma that you would with a normal regular cigarette. No smoker's breath or no bad breath. If you've ever smoked, you know what I'm talking about. You got to chew mint gum all the time, or you get that smoker's breath feel, and it's not the best thing in the world. So you don't have that with an e-cig. Because you're not lighting anything, there's no flame, there's no fire, and because you don't have to light anything, there's no ash ultimately. So there's no ash to worry about, dropping on your pants while you're driving, or making a mess and that sort of thing. So there's no ash to deal with. Again, because you're not lighting anything, you don't have to throw it away. There's no stub, so there's less waste. So you don't have to throw the stub away. The only thing you ever have to throw away is when you're done with your cartridges. You got to throw one of those away, and your cartridge lasts. Usually, each cartridge is about a pack to a pack and a half of normal cigarettes, and because of that, you have a lot less waste. You don't have a whole lot of things to throw away because you never have to throw your battery away. You just change out the cartridges. And again, there's no mess because there's no ash, there's no stubs to throw away, there's no mess, nothing messy involved with these. They're more cost effective. Your typical pack of cigarettes right now, as I speak, is anywhere from $5.50 to $6 a pack. But with e-cigs, you buy the unit, and after you buy the unit, that's the majority of your initial cost. You can get them anywhere from like 50 to $100, somewhere around in there. And because you can get them that way, you can buy cartridges for the battery, and the only thing you ever have to keep buying are cartridges, and cartridges are a lot cheaper than packs of cigarettes. So one cartridge lasts anywhere from 1 to 1.5 packs of cigarettes, and each cartridge, basically you can buy like a 5-pack for about $14. So you're getting quite a significant amount of savings, whereas a normal pack of cigarettes would probably cost you closer to $30 for 5 packs. And for this, you can get the equivalent for about $14, so it's quite a bit cheaper. They're also, e-cigs are non-intrusive to other people because you're not blowing smoke out into their face and things like that. And you can smoke them almost anywhere. So because you can smoke them in so many places, like a lot of places will let you get past the cigarette ban with these, or the smoking ban with these. Now, some places still won't. Some places say no to e-cigs and no to regular cigarettes. So if they do, well, that's their rules. You have to abide by them. But a lot of places are very open to letting you smoke an electronic cigarette in there because you're only blowing out water vapor. So most places are going to let you go ahead and do that. Again, some places won't, but most places are cool with it. And you can just tell them what it is. If they do see what you're blowing out, they might ask you what you're doing. You just tell them, and a lot of places are like, oh, okay, and they understand that. They're also a great conversation piece because people will want to know what you've got in your mouth. What are you doing? And it's very cool. You'll get a lot of people who are smokers who want to know what you're actually smoking on, and they're very intrigued by it. So it's a great thing that brings up conversation and topics, and it's a good conversation piece. If you want to learn more about electronic cigarettes or e-cigs and vaping on or smoking e-cigs, basically, go visit us at www.electroniccigarettesolutions.com, and you can learn more there. We also have coupons and discounts for different makes and models. We go over our top rated reviews of what our favorite models are, and we give you an education over what you should look for, and you get to learn more about electronic cigarettes. We also have a very active forum that you can see here that you can actually go on, chat with our other members, talk to them, learn more about it, and actually be friends with other people who are smoking or vaping on electronic cigarettes. So hope to see you over there. Again, I'm Michael with Electronic Cigarette Solutions, and I look forward to seeing you on the inside with us. Thanks again.